Hello everyone, welcome back to Polly's Pretties. This is Monday, November 13th, and we are here for our Monday video. Now this may be a longer video, we may end up making this in parts, but what we're going to do is make a little photo book for Thanksgiving, basically. So some of the things you're going to need is, let me get this other one over here because I have a word spot on this. You're going to need a wooden pumpkin, and these are from Doris, and price is not on here, but I'm sure they weren't too expensive. And you can probably find them other places. And then I've got little wooden Scrabble words here that spell the word feast we're going to put on here. But I'm also going to cover this. You'll see how when we get to that stage. You're going to need a hole punch. You're going to need some scrapbook paper. You're going to also need a file folder or some cardboard of your choosing. And that's how we're going to make our book, okay? So I've already picked out some papers and cut them to size. I picked out my file folder, cut it to size. And these, for reference, are 6 across by 5 up and down. So we're going to go ahead and start putting these together. I am going to be using double-sided tape. And I'm going to also punch my holes before I tape them, I do believe. That way I know where the holes are and where not to put tape. I am punching 3 holes, so that gives me a good way to tie it. Okay. And then I'm just going to pull mine apart and start, like I said, double-sided taping. I'm going to bring you to the desk so you can actually see. I am going to use double-sided tape, and I'm just kind of going to put it down and let it run across over to here as far as it can, making sure I put a fair amount in. Here, where there's no hole, obviously, I can let it go all the way across to help hold it down. Oh, my thing ran out of tape on that one. That's all right, I knew it was going to. So we'll just pick up another one. Okay, so here we go. Another one. And this one, since it's thinner, we can actually let go right over next to the hole there. And it won't hurt anything. So then what you do, smooth down your tape, blah, blah, blah. Everybody knows how to do that, I'm sure. Pull your paper backing off. Okay, come on. Paper backing. All right. So there we are. Paper backing is off. We're going to bring our cardstock, the pretty stuff, over. And we're going to line it up. And then we're going to press it gently in place. That's our front page. Now we're going to flip it over, and I'm going to put double-sided tape here, and then we're going to put our back piece on for this. Because we also want the inside pages to look nice. We don't want it to look like an old file folder. So that's what we're doing. And like I said, this may take us a few days to totally finish this up and make it look like something, but that's actually okay. We actually don't have any issue doing so. So that's all right. Okay. Make sure it's pressed down. We're going to pull the paper backing off again. Okay. Then we'll get our other piece here and carefully try to make sure that the holes and such are lined up, and then press it in place. There we go. That is one page front and back. And that is the front page, so we can lay it aside. Now we're going to come over. I've got the next one also ready. We're going to go ahead and get it good and lined up here. I'm going to do my punch. Okay, there we have it. And again, same technique. We'll go ahead and pull this apart like so, and then we'll put it back together with our double-sided tape on it. This tape, if you're wondering, does come from Temu, and I do actually like it. It has made quite a few little gadgets this year so far, and I have loved it every time I've bought it. So, quite honestly, it works really well. It tears easy. I don't have any issue with it. Okay, there's that. Now you could put this down with wet glue too, but I will warn you, wet glue does have a tendency on projects like this to warp the page. So just for knowledge fact, to know, it does do that. That's why I prefer the double-sided tape. All right, now we flip and repeat the same thing. I hope you all have had a good Monday. Ours has been very quiet, thank goodness. It's nice to have quiet days. Alrighty. Then we just put our back piece on. Make sure that if your paper goes a certain direction, that you do put your paper on in that direction. Okay, so there's that one now. So that's our third and fourth page done. And now we pick up the next set and start again. We just make sure we have everything aligned. Make sure our pattern's the right way. Punch, separate, and start again. Not doing too bad with time right now. We may be able to get our book pieces ready, hopefully. That way there won't be tons of it still to do. Alrighty. Sorry if I sound a bit allergy-ish. It seems to be the season for me to be kicking allergies. For them to be kicking me, technically. Okay, let's... Yeah. we go. Then we're going to again, oopsie, don't do that, because this tape is very sticky. It does not like to let anything come back up. So, there's that page. We flip, and we get ready and start putting tape down again to do the next page. These little books like this can come in handy like little coffee table books for people to look through while, like dinner would be cooking or while they're having drinks or what have you. And then you take your next piece, making sure all of your bits and pieces are facing the right direction. And line it up, press it in place. Now, there we are. So here's how the front part of that looks. And there's the back. And that is the first section of the book done. Now we're getting ready to start the back section, which kind of goes reverse to the front. So we put this together. We punch our holes like so. We separate it out again like so. And place our tape again. Okay. All right. Again, lay it down, line things up. And if by chance you're off a bit, you can always trim it up when you do your final look through before you tie it together and stuff. Again, check to make sure your pattern is in the right direction. And then lay down and press in place. That one goes on top of our one we just finished, so that the sides that face each other are the same. Now, we'll pull our next section, do the same tricks. Separate it. And start putting our tape down again. Again with the paper backing to get it out of the way. All right. Make sure your pattern's going the right way. Line it up and press into place. Flip it and do the back. Alrighty. Again, make sure your tape is pressed and flat, and then start removing the paper backing. Make sure your pattern is going the right way, and line it up, and then press it in place. And then this one goes over in our stack. So we have this and this. And then we start our last page set. Line it all up. Punch it. Take this apart and begin running your tape. Press them down, remove the paper backing. Okay, Then we make sure this is on the right side, facing the right way, line it all up, and voila. Press into place. And then we flip to do the back side. Again, start laying your tape down. And you don't have to put as much on as I am. I just really want everything to stay in place. I don't want anything moving around once I do this. And now we have the tape on. We just make sure it's pressed down, remove the paper backing again. Alright, so we now have the paper backing off. Place it on our table, make sure our pattern is the right way. Place it in place and press down like always. Okay, so that gives us all of our pages, base pages, for our little book. Now we need to decide, okay, so I'm going to move my little word feast off here, because that's just going to get in the way at the minute. We need to decide what kind of paper we think would look good on our pumpkin next. So I have some scraps left over from the inside, and I don't really think that does it any favors. I don't think that does either. And I'm fairly sure that won't. And that won't. So I've only got two papers that I think really might do anything for it. I like the acorn one, I think, so we're going to use it. Alright, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to cut a square. I'm not even going to worry about cutting out shape or design or any of that right now. And we're only going to cover the front of the pumpkin. So there we go. We cut that off. We can still keep that scrap for other things. Now we're going to move this aside because we're not ready for any of that yet. We're going to bring this in. I've already peeled the sticker off the back. And now I am going to take and use wet glue for this. Yes, I am. Why? Because wet glue, I think, would hold it better than any kind of tape. And all I want to do for tonight, anyway, is lay my wet glue down in a nice kind of thickish layer. And yeah, we're going to even cover our stem with some glue. And then we're going to come in and carefully move the glue around to cover everything here. Go all the way to the edges, all the way through the center, everything. You want to cover it all. And the paper I am using is cardstock paper. I'm not using any DSP right now. All right, now we have that done. I'm going to just kind of clean my finger off on the back of this. And then we're going to carefully and try to very evenly do this. We want to press the paper onto our pumpkin. Doesn't matter if it has the shape, it's just to get it on there. Now I am going to let mine dry overnight before I go messing with it. So what I want to do next is move this guy aside. We can just sit it there. We'll leave the feast words off of it. We're going to close that because that's our wet glue extent right there. Now, with that done, we can just go back to our book parts. And all we want to do is, one, make sure it measures up, which it does. It's good. And then two, we're going to get our scissors out and we're going to like trim edges around here. Like if there's any white showing from your file folder, you want to get that out of there. You don't want it showing. So you just trim it down like so. And then you look and see about the rest of your edges. This one looks really good. So that's all right. You may not have edges, you might. It just kind of depends. Okay. All right, up there we do. Never hurts to do a bit of cleanup. Okay. There we are. And of course, any of these bits and shavings you can always throw away. That one turned out really good. Alrighty. Whoops, not two, just one. Okay. There's that one. That's good. Okay, we are now to trimming the last page to make this look nice and pretty, hopefully. Okay, and there we have it trimmed. Now we can get rid of all this extra goofy floof here. Alright, so we got the majority of the junk cleaned up now. So there we are. Now, I guess the next thing you could decide, truthfully, is whether you want to attach your book with ribbon or if you would rather attach it with rings. I think for me, I may end up attaching mine with rings. I need to look and see how many rings I have here. So I punched 3 holes. Oh, I might have enough to do that. Alrighty. So let me grab my rings. I've been using my rings like mad this year, so I'm going to have to buy some more. 3. There we go. Ha ha ha. And we just open these up like so. Ha. And I like to start putting the back, on first. So we go with the back, and I run it through the first ring, then just like this, so that you can see what I'm doing. And then I keep coming from the back to the front. So there's a second. And then, of course, when we get them all on, I'll close the rings up and let you have a look at it. Okay. All right. And then our last page goes on. And come on now. Like so. And then you just close your rings back up. And there you have your book, basically. And you can put little decorative things on the ends of your rings. You could decide you don't want to. It's all up to you from there. Like I said, we are going to leave our pumpkin dry overnight, but we can still do a few other things in here. Okay, so we can flip to our inside pages and look and decide, do we want to do photo mats for the photos? I think I might want to, but I don't think I want printed paper. I think I want a plain paper so it'll show up better. So I'm going to move all of my printed pieces aside because those can be used for something else later. Now, what I mean by plain paper is we can use DSP in here. We can use more cardstock in here. It is totally up to you with how you want your book. For me, I think I may take some smaller DSP that I have here and work with it. So I'm going to get my little bag of goodies out here. I wasn't sure if we would get this far. And I'm going to pull both my little boxes out because you never know what you might want to use. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Well, that one decided it wanted to go flying. All right, but anyway, there it is. Like I said, you never know what you might want to use, what color, what shade. So we're going to look, see if I have anything I particularly want to go in here with. Ooh, yellow could be pretty on that. But I don't want yellow on that for sure. We could do that green, though. That's pretty. All right, so there's two mats we could make there. So we'll flip this next page and we'll see about mats here. Okay. There's a pretty blue to go on that. Yes, sir. Okay. And I don't have any red looking in this. So we will pop those with its box and set it aside for now. And I'll open my darker colors and see what I have here. Yeah. Okay, that's red, or that was yellow, I mean, but purple. Do I have any red? Oh, it doesn't look like I have red. All right, what else can I put with that red? I have, do I have any pale? Pale, pale, pale. Not in this stack. Let me look over in the other one again. So I thought I had red, but I guess I don't. That's all right, though. You know what? That doesn't look bad, so we'll use that. All right, so then we just pop this around to the next set of pages. Now, this set of pages, I wanted to match in the center. And they do, and hopefully I have my color that I want to put on them. Let me see here. Ew, I may not have enough orange. I thought I had enough orange. Let me go look again here. Okay, let me see. I don't know if I want to do that. And again, that's still the same situation. Okay, isn't there an orange? No, that was that. Okay. Well, I may have to change up the color I wanted to put there. I thought about orange, but I don't think orange is going to work. So, and I don't have red. So let me see. Purple sure won't go good there. What about... Ooh. We could do the green. Yeah, we'll do the green. But hang on, I think I have a... Yes, okay, so we can do that green. Alright, and then I just flip-flop and come back this way. Okay. And then... I think the blue I had was on the other one. Yeah. Alright, so put this back. Come back over. And there's that pretty blue. Alrighty. And we use that there, so that goes like that. Come on now. Alright, there we go. we'll put that one there. And then I need that green again. All right. And on the back side, we're not going to put a photo mat because we're not going to mat a photo on the back or the very, very front of the book. So now we can put these away. Alrighty. And then we can bring our book over and in a bit. And I'm going to leave the pages with the pages that I picked out. And I'm going to hopefully just turn my pages like this so that I can work through the book a little bit quicker. Okay, again, no photo mat on the front or the back. So what that means is I need to get this where I want it and then trim it down. Yeah, I think that's right. Okay, we can go ahead and get that put in place. And that will give us a photo mat. Uh-oh, I'll have to get that piece. All right, well, stick to me, stick to the photo book when I get you right. There we are. And then you press it in place, and there's your first photo mat ready. Okay. Now again, with this next side, we're going to do the same thing. One good thing about it is I do have the piece I cut off from the other one. Usually they work if you cut them the same size, so that is great. And you can save the extra to use on something else. Okay. All right. Then carefully and gently place your photo mat down and press in place. So we now have 2 photo mats down. We're going to continue and put more photo mats in. Okay. This is a bigger project for sure, but it'll be nice when finished. Alrighty. And then you press that one in place. I'll do one more with you on camera, and then I think we'll stop here for tonight. I'll finish the photo mats on my own, and then we'll pick up tomorrow working on it some more. Okay. And again, get all your paper backing off, and then line your photo mat up to where you want it on your page, and then press down. There we are. And then I will continue on finishing the photo mats in this book so that they're done for tomorrow when we come back. And then we will work with the pumpkin, hopefully, and the other bits and pieces that we're going to do to this book. But I hope you're enjoying this video. And if you are, please give it a thumbs up. Please like it, share it, comment. We love all good comments. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And remember, my friends, you are beautiful, you are amazing, and you are loved. If anyone tells you different, it's false. Pay it forward when you can. You don't know when you might need it back. Stay safe, because the world's a crazy place. We don't need to be any crazier. And be kind till there's reason not to be kind. And then just void that negativity. Hug your loved ones. It's good for them. It's good for you. It's medically proven. And then when you've finished all that, gently, tenderly, and lovingly hug your fur babies. They need it too. Thank you for watching. I hope to talk with you again soon. Bye-bye.